Okay, so classification of polynomial. We can classify a polynomial in two ways. One is we can classify it according to their number of terms, right? According to number of terms, we can say according to number of terms. And second is according to their degrees, according to their degree, right? According to their degree. Okay, according to their number of terms. You have studied in previous classes कि अगर उसके अंदर एक टर्म होती है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, अगर दो टर्म से बना है पॉलिनोमियल तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं, अगर वो तीन टर्म से बना हुआ है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं. ये सब आप लोग पढ़ चुके हो, लेकिन मैं फिर भी एक बार रिकॉल कराता हूँ. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स, इफ़ इट हैज़ ओनली वन टर्म, राइट, इफ़ आई राइट नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स हेयर, राइट, नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स, तो उसका नेम क्या होगा, उस पॉलिनोमियल का नाम. इफ़ इट हैज़ ओनली वन टर्म देन यू नो इट इज़ कॉल्ड monomial. If the number of terms are 2, it is called binomial. If the number of terms are 3, it is called trinomial. It is called trinomial. Trinomial. If the number of terms are 4, it is called a polynomial of 4 terms. 5, polynomial of 5 terms. This way we can speak, right? Okay, now example, you can give few example for this monomial. What are the examples? Monomial, you can give any example. Let's say 6x cube. How many terms this expression have? One only. Terms are separated by arithmetic sign, right? Now binomial, in binomial there should be 2, right? So you can say 7x raised to power 11 plus 4x, only 2 terms. One is this, second is this. Power you can take any, right? Now trinomial, there should be 3 terms. Let's say 7 by 3 x raised to power 15 plus 6x minus 4. This is the third term. 1, 2 and 3, 3 term trinomial. So this way you can write the monomial, binomial and trinomial. Now come to according to their degree. So the degree can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4 and so on, right? So according to their degree we can classify them. If degree is 0, right, what is the name of this polynomial? What is the name? You know what is the degree of a polynomial? Degree is highest power of variable. Degree means it is the highest power of variable. Highest power of variable involved in it. Variable. Highest power of variable is called degree. So if the highest power of variable is 0, then it is known as constant, right? What is the name of this polynomial? It is a constant polynomial. If degree is 1, it is known as linear. What if degree is 2? It is called quadratic. What if degree is 3? It is known as cubic. If degree is 4, biquadratic, right? So this way you can increase. If degree is 5, it is a polynomial of degree 5. If it has degree 6, then polynomial of degree 6. After this you can say, but these are very common. Till 4 we usually solve, right? Biquadratic. Okay, now give one example. What is the example of a constant polynomial? What is the example of constant polynomial? Means degree is 0. So you can give example like 7, right? Because power of x is not given. So it is 7 into x raised to power 1, x raised to power 0, sorry. Right? 7, or we can express it as 7 x raised to power 0. So the highest power of variable is 0, that's why it is 0 and the name is constant polynomial. Now linear means the highest power of variable will be 1 only. So the example you can take any example, 3x plus 1, let's say. What is the highest power of variable? 1 only. Now quadratic example, you can take 4x square plus 5x plus 6, right? So this is a quadratic example. Cubic, you can take any cubic polynomial, 2x cube. Highest degree you have to see how many term it has. It is up to you. You can means finish it here only in 2 terms. You can take 3 terms, you can take 4 terms in, but the highest power of variable should be 3 in a cubic polynomial. By quadratic, you can create 4, right? 7x raised to power 4 plus 5x plus 6, anything, right? But you have to follow this rule that highest power of variable should be 4, not above this, right? Other terms can contain less than this. Fine. So this is the classification of polynomial according to their number of terms and according to their degrees. A polynomial. So let's say Px is 3x minus 2, 3x minus 2, right? Now I want to find the 0 of the polynomial. So what is the procedure of finding this? We will put this Px as 0, right, and find the value of x. Can we calculate x from here? Yes. So 3x will be 2 and x will be 2 by 3, right? Now if we substitute this value of x in the given polynomial, what will happen to this polynomial, right? Look at this. Means I am saying you to calculate p of 2 by 3. Calculate p of 2 by 3, right? So 2 by 3 when you calculate, it will be 2 by 3 minus 2. And you can see 3 will cancel and it is coming 2 minus 2 means 0. So p, the value of the polynomial at 2 by 3 is coming 0. We say this thing that this 2 by 3 is 0 of the polynomial. So what is the 0 of a polynomial? The value of the variable which makes the polynomial 0. Fine. And how do we find it? We find it because we have to make the polynomial at that point 0. So put that equal to 0 and find x. And this point, because you took Px as 0, so x is this. So at this point Px will be 0. You have seen it, right? So this value of x is 0 of the polynomial. Okay, another example. Let's say Px is 6x minus 7 by 2 and they are saying find the 0 of this polynomial. So what we will do, again we are doing this thing, putting the Px 0 and we will find x. 7 by 2, when you substitute it here, it is 7 by 2, 6x, or x will be 7 by 2 into 6 means 7 by 12, right? And you can check that at x is equal to 7 by 12, this polynomial will be 0 if you substitute it here in place of x. So 6x into 7 by 12, 6 2s, and it will be 7 by 2 minus 7 by 2, and you can see that it will become 0. Now what if polynomial is of degree 2? Can we find the 0 of this polynomial? It is a quadratic polynomial. We will follow the same procedure, right? Px will be 0 and then we will find x. Okay, so Px is 0 and we will find the value of x from this quadratic polynomial. Now how to find the value of x from this? First we will break it into linear factors, right? We will factorize it by splitting the middle term. For this you can see my video, my previous video, splitting the middle term, how to split the middle term and factorize a polynomial, a quadratic polynomial, right? Okay, I am solving it here. I am making the two factors. What do we do in this? We will multiply last and first term, which is giving us 4, and then we take the pair of factors of this 4 in such a way that their sum is equal to the middle term. If the product is coming positive, we take the sum. If product is coming negative, we take the difference of these terms. Okay, so the product is coming 4, and because it is positive, right? So pair of factors 4x square, and then we take the pair of factor of 4. One pair of factor is 1 into 4, second is 2 into 2. But we want to take the sum of these factors as 5, right? So this is not of our use, and this 1 and 4 will work here. So this we can express as x square minus this 5 we can break as 1 plus 4x plus 4. This is called splitting the middle term. So we are splitting this 5 as 1 plus 4. Now it is x square minus 1x minus 4x plus 4. So we can make pairs and take common, right? In place of 3 we have 4 terms, right? That's why we splitted it and make the pairs. So x is common. What is left here? X, and this is minus 1. And what is common here? 4. And we take the same sign whatever is coming here and then decide the bracket sign. So this is x, and if you are taking minus sign outside the bracket, this sign will change, right? And it will be 4. And if you are doing it correctly, you will get the same this expression, right, in these two brackets. So we can take this bracket common, right? This bracket, these brackets are common, so take it common, x minus 1, and whatever is left, write it in the second bracket. Here x and here minus 4, right? So the factors of this are x minus 1 and x minus 4. Now we will find the value of x. So if the product of these two factors is coming 0, it means either this is 0 or this is 0. We will put them separately equal to 0. When we put x minus 1 as 0, so x is coming 1, and when we put x minus 4 as 0, we get x is equal to 4, right? So these x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4 are known as 0 of this polynomial, right? Procedure is same for linear, for quadratic, for cubic also, right? Or sometime they ask this question in a different way, right? I will discuss that also. That is my next question. Look at this question. Question says check whether 1, 2, 3, minus 3 are zeros of the given polynomial in x or not. So what we will check? We will find p1, means the value of the polynomial at 1. Then we will find p2. We will find p of 3. We will find p of minus 3 and check are these coming 0. If the value of px becomes 0 at these points, then it is a 0 of the polynomial. Otherwise, it is not a polynomial, right? That was the definition. The value of the variable which gives polynomial value 0 is called 0 of the polynomial. So let's find this. Find this, the first point at x is equal to 1, right? So we are writing the solution, right? We will calculate p1. Right, we are checking the first point. Okay, so p1 is 2 into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 11 into 1 minus 6. What is coming? 2 plus 3 minus 11 minus 6. 11 and 6, 17, and 2 and 3, 5. So it is coming 5 minus 17, which is equal to minus 12, not equal to 0. So what is the answer? Can we say 1 is a 0 of this polynomial? Right, this implies x is equal to 1 is not a 0 of px. Similarly, check the other zeros. p2, calculate p2. What is coming? When you put x as 2 here, so it will be 2 cube plus 3 into 2 square minus 11 into 2 minus 6. Check it. 2 and this is 8, this is 3 into 2 square is 4 minus 22 minus 6. So what is coming? 2 8 ja 16, 4 3 ja 12, 22 and 6 are 28. What is coming at this? 28. Okay, so this is coming 28 minus 28 means 0. Because the value of px is coming 0 at x is equal to 2, or you can say p2 is 0, this implies 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. We can say p2 is 0, this implies x is equal to 2 is a 0 of Px. Similarly, you can check the remaining 2 points. These 2 points I am leaving for you, right? As we solved P1 and P2, right? At 1 it was not 0, so we said this is not a 0 of the polynomial, whereas in the second case it is giving us value 0, so it is a 0 of the polynomial.